bush.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
I got what I got. It's been a long day at work, and it was whatever beer was closest to the fridge door.
Sometimes that's the best.
Hey, the easy to grab ones are always the best. Well,
Yep.
no, sorry. Free beer is best. Easy to grab is next best.
Yeah, very true.
So,
Well, not always. Depends on what kind of free beer. Because Jake, I went over to his house on Saturday night, and he offered me a Michelob Ultra because that's what he always drinks.
it is
I turned
still free
I,
beer.
I turned that shit down.
the
I've
o-
got low standards. I drink Bush Light. I've got very low standards, but not that low.
I draw the line at Keystone Light, thank you.
Ugh, gross.
That's why I don't drink it.
Right?
But if it's free, I still might.
Yeah. Well, depends on how desperate I am, I guess.
Fair point.
But
So here we are. I actually know nothing about this race visually because I did not watch it. Obviously I didn't race in it. I was not in the booth for it. Had other things going on with work and such, and also didn't own the track. So by the time I got done, I think you guys are about halfway into the race anyway. So
yeah, it actually was really fun, man. I was really impressed. Um, you know, it. I think everybody was afraid of the unknown. Um, Mainly because I mean, you see how narrow it is side by side
oh yeah,
under pace. So and you're there's no restrictor plates on these, and it's full bore. Um, so you're hitting 200, and I think at one point I hit 210 going into turn one. So um, and the
more like dropping into turn one.
yeah, and the uh, as the run goes on, I never did like a full fuel run or anything, but prior to this, so I had no idea what to expect with the tire wear, the handling of the car or anything like that. In traffic, it was a little sketchy. Um, I mean, they lose grip really fast within like 5 to 6 laps. I mean, you're sliding into the corners. Um, but yeah, and then once you get into clean air, it's just hold on and hope that you can keep your foot in it, to the floor. Um, but no, all in all, man, it was a blast. Um,
I mean, just reading some of the comments after the race in the Discord, it looked like everybody was having a pretty good time. So
yeah,
glad to hear it was a success, and looks like something maybe for the future.
possibly. Um, I know that we didn't really have the car count that we normally have, um, and I think some of it may have been just for either preference of not wanting to run it or not owning it, um, which is fine. I mean, Hanrada, he he had a big moment, a couple big moments in the race. But I mean, he literally bought the track and went to qualify. I mean, he,
Cold
you know,
turkey.
yeah. I mean, I was getting kind of worried, so I messaged him and I was like, hey, you racing tonight? And he's like, yep. He's like, I just walked in the door. He's like, I got to buy the track. I'm like, oh God, you are brave. So, yeah, I had to kind of give him a little bit of the rundown and everything, but he it was not a good race for him at all. But I mean, it was very much so just hang on, you know. Track position really didn't matter. Kind of, sort of. I don't know. It didn't really matter for me, I guess. I knew kind of where to pass and how to make runs and stuff. just because I started in the back.
Right.
My main spot was actually coming off a 2 here, so I could get a dive into 3. Because I mean, you could very much go below that yellow line and kind of slide up. Um, Sketchy if you're side by side with somebody, but it is possible. Um, but yeah, so I mean, yeah, I was just when I started I definitely sandbagged qualifying. Um, I had no interest in finding out the hard way what was going to happen up front. Um, and especially with the one quick repair. So I just laid back and observed, and I mean, you could see me right there. I'm the very last car. Um, I'm just watching and waiting, and it was very much so a very tame and mild race. At least the first, I don't know, 5 laps of this race. Um, and everybody was really respectful, which was nice. There was a ton of give and take. Um,
I mean, I feel
yeah,
like here.
right there. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like here you definitely need to have that give and take. There's not room to otherwise.
no, there's not at all, and it yeah, there's going into the corners. Um, there are those guardrails, like the start of them, and you can very much hit them head on, and
As
and ruin.
as Henrada
Yeah, yeah, and
showed
it
us.
will scare the bejesus out of you. Let me tell you. I actually was messing around in practice a little bit and kind of got Tarnowski right there where Hanrada hit. So what we were doing is he was pushing me or following me, and I waited until the last second to move over to avoid that wall. And he just baited him into it. But that was just in practice. It was just fun. Because, I
Sure.
mean, you know how plate tracks are.
Oh
You
yeah,
kind of
you get tucked
do a
up and
few
you're
laps.
just following.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do a few laps just to get the feel for, drafting and everything. And then the rest of the practice is just dicking around.
Yep.
Which was how it was. But no, everybody, aside from maybe 2 people that DNF'd early on, um, everybody, everybody had a blast. Um, it had a little bit of chaos, a little bit of give and take, um, tons of respect. The feud between Jake and Corey, I feel like mellowed out at least for this race, so that was nice. There was no bickering, um, so I mean,
Good deal.
baby steps, right?
Hey, step by step, it's all it takes, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, at one point, Jake had told because Corey cut him a little bit of slack on track, and he's like, "Hey, man," because it was actually my fault. I got super loose, um, and but stayed in it, and it kind of, or no, sorry, um, it was down the back stretch. I kind of caught the grass a little bit on my right sides, and um, it just kind of bottlenecked everyone and scared them. And Corey had kind of cut him some slack, let him in, and he's like, "Hey, thanks, Corey," kind of thing. And so yeah, I mean, it. Hopefully, I know it's never going to be a friendship by any means, but keeping it civil.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it could be a trend. It can go in the right direction.
yeah, you never know. But um, no, like I said, it was a lot of fun.
Well, good deal.
And right here, I started making my way up, and yeah,
Man, it looks like it's just pinballs.
Yeah. Well, what had happened there was uh, Jake had, I think, gotten pushed, or somebody went up and bounced off the wall and came back down into him or something, and it was just kind of hold on from there. Um, but yeah, the 67 did not know what the brake pedal was. Um,
Maybe they didn't install it knowing that they were going to be flying at full speed. They're just trying to reduce every bit of weight, every ounce of
I
weight possible.
I will say, speaking of that, I don't think that these cars had brakes in them. I think they had um, sponges or something. I mean, it, you know,
Couple of 2x4s.
maybe, you know, it's um, so pit road speed was 70 mile an hour.
Oh damn,
Yeah. So
that's
I
a
mean,
narrow pit road.
yeah, it's at 70. um,
Okay.
so and I all but one stop slid through my box, and it wasn't like a little bit. It was almost a full a full box. You know, and it just the brakes were just garbage here. Um, you know, and it could have been, well, I'm sure a lot of it had to do with the tire temps. You know, it's really good thing that iRacing is a little bit forgiving with blowouts from heat. Because at one point, um, my left rear tire was at 317 degrees.
Oh damn.
And I had heard over the radio, I believe I had heard a 330 at one point from someone. Um, so, yeah. Tire temps were outrageous. Um,
I mean, considering the G loads you guys are putting on these things.
yeah, and I mean, it was 110-degree track temp, so, you know, but, you know, um, I think right here, yeah, lap 12, it was really close for me on this stage. Um, I obviously stayed out here. Um, you could go about 15 or 16 laps on fuel. Um, you know, typical plate track, there's really nowhere to save fuel, except for under caution. You know, a couple people came back down pit road with one to go and topped off. I did not. I wanted track position. I wanted to see how the car felt, you know, because obviously, you know, I started in the back and then just slowly made my way up. But I did go from the back to the front a couple times, and the last time was it was a little bit aggressive, but it was it wasn't like out of control aggressive. You know, it was just kind of like I was telling you before, passing off of turn 2, coming down the backstretch, and I mean, realistically, that's about the only spot, you know, that you could pass, because if you didn't pass that person and you were stuck going, you know, too wide into a corner, for me, I would much rather go too wide going into turn 3 than turn 1, because turn 3 doesn't have that big drop.
Gotcha.
But no, you know, I mean, you can see there's some torn up race cars already, but everybody's just kind of waiting to limp it, you know, to the stage break. But and then those signs, those damn signs.
Yeah, I'd hate to
They
hit one of those damn things at 200.
Well, they don't actually do damage to you, but they will get lodged up in your tires or your wheel wells and take you for a spin.
Well, that's
literally.
the part I would not want.
Yeah. But No, it's so yeah, like I said, I you know, kind of got a taste of clean air out here, and I fell in love with it, and tried my best to stay out there as long as I could, and um, you know, and yeah, obviously you could save a little bit of fuel in the draft, but I didn't care. um, you know, I know that it was so close to where I gave up the lead after I had got the stage win. Um, Gave up the lead, dropped to third, I think, and before I threw the caution, or was able to throw the caution, because you know the line is like 50 feet, not even 20 feet from turn one, and and um, you know, and I was side by side with I think Clark, and so, but I was so close on fuel that I had to actually jump in um, before we even caught up to the pace car. Otherwise, I wasn't going to make it around again. So I just, you know, bit the bullet and took the EOL, and that's when uh, that was the last time I went to the back. Um,
Well, hey, I mean, it worked out. You got yourself the win, so
that's right. That's
can't
right.
complain too much about missing out on that.
Yeah. I mean, you just see how unstable it is going into those corners. You know, you just bounce
Oh yeah.
left, right. And it, like I said, it, you know, there was quite a few moments. Jake at the end of the race was pushing me, and there were quite a few moments, big moments, where, you know, if one wrong move, and I was taking out the rest of the cars, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, you know, I said it was a blast. Um, but see if I can pull up the stage win here. So yeah, at this point, you know, I'm hoping that I'm not going to run out of fuel.
Sweating
um,
bullets.
yeah, a little bit. I mean, you know, it you know, you're definitely going a lot faster when you're out front than you are, you know, middle of the pack, so you're burning more fuel. And
Oh yeah, and you're pushing all the air for the group that you're leading too. So
yeah,
there's no relief.
no, they're not. And but yeah, you know, and I knew it was coming. Um, just because, you know, Dave is kind of like a uh, I don't think he's an actual teammate, but you know, him, Corey, and Clark, you know, they'll all work together. Um, and
They're what shoot, who used to call them frenemies.
yeah,
Yeah,
um,
friends for as long as they're useful, and then if it comes down to the end, it's all go for the win.
right. Yeah, no, it. See if I can get a decent view here. Eh, go blimp here. So this is coming to the line. That's not the line. Uh, it's there. I mean, it was a nose.
Not much in it.
No, you know it.
Props to the Evernham tribute car though, whoever that is.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, right there.
Not much at all.
No, you know, and I had told Clark too after the race. I was like, you know, I was like, I felt you side draft me, and I pulled away. Even, you know, and he was still at my um my quarter panel, and I went back to side draft him with him on my quarter panel, and that's what got him to run. but but no, like I said, it was actually very uneventful. We had some cautions, but for as much as I thought it was going to be a shit show, it really wasn't. I mean, and right here's where I dipped off in the pit road before we even caught up to the base car. So, here. Go here. So I'll kind of go through some of these big moves that I had. These cars were just kind of down on power.
Yeah, it looks like one's missing a hood, and
yeah, Hanrada blew through his early on, his quick repair, and
yeah, taking a NASA trip tends to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I don't know who's that in front of me, but Tarnowski. Yep. Yeah, he got caught up in something, I don't remember what, or he forgot to use a quick repair or something. And then Corey, I think he was just waiting until the last minute. Just because, like I said, there was just so much unknowns with this race, how this race was going to play out and everything.
Wait, I mean, you know me in the truck series, I always try to keep at least that one in reserve, but when you only got the one, you got to keep it in reserve.
Yeah.
If you're able to run and turn laps at an okay pace, you got to keep that thing until you hit bitter end.
Yeah, and I mean, the wake that these cars were picking off, I mean, I don't know if it was a wake or the absence of the restrictor plate or what, but I mean, you could very much keep up. I mean, Hanrada and I believe Tarnowski was too, down on power, and I mean, they're both right there, you know what I mean, just kind of hanging out.
Right. I'm sure the lack of the restrictor plate helps for sure, just because you're not fighting that.
Right. But yeah, so it oops. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a very, very mild race. I don't want to say mild race. I mean, there was a lot of carnage, but all in all, I think that was the most fun that all of us had. So like I said, it was really good, really good. That's what we needed, But yeah, it I don't know, there really wasn't like anything big that happened, we've always got something to, kind of talk about or complain about, or whatever.
Well, I mean, it's good to just have just a race, just
a
nice race.
That's what it was, it's just a race. Some friendly competition, no BS. There was a couple little incidents that, kind of heat of the moment. But yeah, so I mean, right there, I just back off because that going into turn one is so scary when you're down low. But no, it didn't take me long to make my way up to the front, and it was so nice, man. You'll see it, right here. I passed all three cars. Or not right here. I think it was next lap, but no, yeah, you didn't need help to pass, and that was so nice.
If you time that run just right, that is right.
Oh yeah, I mean there was no hitting a brick wall when you pulled out of line, you know. Um, so right here, I passed Dave and Clark and kind of got behind Jake and just kind of pushed him. And these camera angles suck.
So it's a good thing I did not have to worry about any type of broadcasting or anything for this. I feel
mean,
bad
even
for our broadcaster.
Yeah, even he, early on was just like, God, I hate these camera angles. I mean, he had to do the same thing. He had to buy the track to broadcast it, and
Yep.
He even said in the broadcast, "Yeah, I hate these camera angles. These things just suck." So sorry, guys.
Yeah, I mean, not much you can do about it. Problem is like
No.
with the track set up the way it is, it's really not conducive for good camera angles. So I get it.
No. Yeah, I mean, because even if you could have good camera angles, I mean, in the corners, if you could have good camera angles, they're gonna get covered by them trees on the inside.
Yep,
So
exactly.
but yeah, so I mean, it. I don't know. Like I said, there wasn't any drama or anything, so it was nice. We yeah.
Hey, having a week to not have to really talk about anything, I like it.
Right?
It's just, it was just a good, honest race.
It really was, and like I said, it's kind of, man, I think we need drama.
Oh,
crap.
no,
Just-
I'm good. We
Yeah,
can have
right.
a break from drama for a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we want to get down and dirty, I suppose the trucks they were at Eldora this week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's plenty of dirt and mud to talk about over there.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you could very much 2-car tandem and kind of check out there. But yeah, I'll go to the last few laps here, and
Yep.
because there is one restart where I gotta call out Clark and Corey. It was that one. Yep. So Corey made a rookie move or rookie mistake. So it was very sketchy going into the corners with old tires. It felt worse on restarts with old tires than it did at Atlanta.
Oh, damn. All right.
Yeah. So, and I messed it up because, I hit the wrong button.
Happens.
Of course, it doesn't help that people are blinking. Clark. So yeah, Corey, he just lost it
Spun the tires and
on him big
Oof.
time. I mean, I did too, but not as bad, obviously. But no, it was definitely a second gear start, and you were spinning tires all the way through third gear. If you were hard on them. So, but no, it was definitely a challenge for sure. But yeah, I think next season, man, I want to get these Xfinity cars on some dirt tracks.
that'll be
Maybe do
interesting.
it at Eldora or something, or Volusia. Yeah.
Hey, maybe they'll have dirt Bristol by then.
Oh God, I can only imagine how dirt Bristol's gonna handle.
Oh, I don't think I'm looking forward to that, honestly. But I'm still, curiosity killed the cat. I'm curious.
Yep.
Because especially if they include it with the current Bristol package where you don't have to buy an extension to it, I will
Right.
be out there day one trying to crash some cars.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's I don't know, man. Even in the real deal, you know, in the Cup Series, I'm kind of mixed on it. You know, got some mixed feelings on it because one, there's going to be a bunch of dirt races prior to that. You know, you've got, I think, the World Outlaws are going to be going there, or some sort of sprint cars, and
Yeah, I mean they're bringing the whole circus. It's pretty much.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be like a solid week almost of racing there before the Cup cars even touch the track. So, you know, it's I mean, obviously, I'm sure if they need it, they'll bring in more dirt.
Oh, I think they're gonna
But
have to.
yeah, I mean, exactly. They're going to be kicking the dirt up, you know, over the wall and everything. So, um,
Well, yeah, I guess that's the other thing too. Is okay, how deep are they making this sawdust, clay, dirt, etc. stack in comparison to the wall that's already there? Bristol's wall's not terribly tall.
mm-mm.
Like, are they gonna have
Yeah.
to re-engineer that?
If they do, I mean, they're going to have to do it quick because it comes up, you know, in March.
Yeah, I mean
That race.
they're
So,
building that. I saw on the social media they're building the dirt track now.
yeah,
They got the delivery of sawdust here last week.
yeah, I know. I it's I saw that video. Jake showed me it, and I'm like, what the hell's up with all the different colors dirt? Just put down red clay at that point.
Well,
It's gonna be the same thing.
part of the reason they do it is to add that absorbent layer so it kind of sticks.
Yeah,
But then also it gives them kind of forewarning when they're digging it back up to not dig the whole track up.
right,
Now, granted, if they dug the whole thing up and repaved it, I don't know if I'd necessarily be against that. But
right. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I know they used to do it back in the day, but I don't know. Hopefully they don't screw it up.
well, only one way to find out.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, between that and 7 road courses, it's going to be a weird ass season.
Hmm. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, if you cannot turn right, you're going to be screwed this season. That's for sure.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, you know, I don't know it. I feel like the scheduling favorites one driver, but I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm a fan of him, but still, I don't like seeing that.
yeah, you know it.
Like,
I don't know.
I would have much preferred. You know, I was a big proponent of adding more road courses
Absolutely.
when it was just Watkins Glen and Sears Point or Infineon or whatever the hell you want to call it now. When it
Hmm.
was just those two tracks, I'm like, yeah, let's add a third or a fourth one. Whether it's do a different configuration, say, do Watkins Glen twice, but you do the GT circuit with the boot one time and the NASCAR circuit the other time, or whatever you want to do, or bring in tracks like Road America, because that's always a pretty good one.
Hmm.
Um, there's options out there to bring other premier class road course races in, and then all of a sudden we go, you know, right to the limit here this year. I mean, what, a third of the races are going to be
Yeah.
road courses, and it's like so they're bringing back Daytona Road Course, which I don't like. I love
Yeah. I
that
don't
track,
either.
but I hate it for NASCAR.
Yeah.
Like, it was a cool experiment because of COVID. I'm like, all right, that's a nice novelty,
Hmm.
but really, it's not, that track's not designed for these cars at
And
all.
not only are they bringing it back, they're bringing it back twice because they're doing that for the Clash also.
Oh, wait, that's the Clash as well.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
So
shoot.
they're originally that's what they were going to do anyways. They were going to do the Clash
Oh, that's
for the
right.
road course, and then
Ugh.
it was just going to be that. But then they had to back out Auto Club because of the COVID stuff.
Well, I think
So
it's
they had
it's
to throw
it's
that in there.
COVID slash let's get started making it a short track.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, Yeah, I don't like seeing it come back. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I mean, I don't want to just harp on it. It wasn't terrible, but it's just not great for these cars.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't the Charlotte Roval. Honestly, the Charlotte Roval was a pretty decent ad
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
they
it
added
was.
it. I'm yet to see. You know, I guess we'll see what happens at Indianapolis, the road course. I mean,
Hmm.
the Xfinity race there was incredible.
Was
Right.
it? See, I didn't even watch that.
Oh, I watched the heck out of that. I'm all for the Xfinity cars there. I guess we'll see. I assume the Cup cars will have a similar-ish performance because they're similar weight, more power.
Hmm.
So I expect good things out of it. The problem is okay, you're replacing. Great, you're replacing kind of a boring race. Let's be honest. The Brickyard's never been that exciting.
No, no,
Um,
it hasn't.
it's
The
only
only there was one year that it was very exciting. That was the year Casey Kane won it.
Yes, that was a hell of a final run.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
that was,
that is highlight
carnage.
reel for the decade.
Yeah, that was just straight up carnage everywhere.
Yep.
I mean, it started with what was it, Truex and Kyle Busch getting into it on track, and then the two favorites to win it, and then after that, you had Jimmy Johnson trying to wreck his teammate and take out Brad Keselowski at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. The thing is, Kane was never the fastest one there, but damn, he was lurking the whole time.
Well, he survived.
Well, exactly. He does the me strategy, just slow
Yeah.
enough that if the leaders take each other out, you're not going to be involved.
Yeah, yeah. It was that was probably the best Brickyard I've ever seen.
Well, I'd put it next to Gordon winning the first one, just because of the novelty of it.
Yeah.
That was a pretty. I mean, if you've ever watched the first Brickyard 400, and if you haven't, I'd say go do it. It's available on YouTube. Go do it. I mean, it's not the most competitive race, but when you get down to the end of it, you have the classic Jeff Gordon and the Intimidator duking it out there at the end to get that position.
Yep.
I mean that is modern golden era NASCAR racing right there. But
Yeah.
yeah, good times there. And the rest of it, we're just gonna have to see how it plays out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but
I would have preferred to see more short tracks.
yeah, 100%.
I mean, I know it's long gone. Unfortunately, North Wilkesboro's never coming back without a huge investor, and even then, it's probably not coming back in anywhere close to its current form, which sucks because I think it's got potential, and it's also the roots. I mean, that's part of the problem is we walked away from our roots in the sport.
Yep. I mean, there in Rockingham.
Yep, The Rock.
Well, then Rockingham, that one was sold to somebody, and he turned it into like a concert place. So that one's long gone. He has no interest in, putting races there or anything.
Yep.
So
Texas World Speedway, that's another one. I don't really care to have that one back because that was a cookie cutter of Michigan.
yeah,
But that one's been turned into, well, they're still in the works of doing it, of turning it into a subdivision.
oh jeez,
I do still want to get down there at some point before they finish it. Thankfully, COVID has slowed them down. But
right. Well, so we switched to the truck series.
yeah, let's get switched over to the truck series.
Yeah,
So, yeah, trucks, they came on over to dirt this time.
yeah, that was a blast. Again, it was a race full of unknowns for us.
Figures it won't even record here. All right, keep talking. I'll keep talking. I'll keep fiddling with this here. Not sure what
But,
that's about.
right? But yeah, it was. Uh,
There we
like I
go.
said, it was a race full of unknowns, and um, or a week full of unknowns, really.
Yeah,
With both races.
two unknowns really thrown into the mix.
Yeah, but I think we handled it pretty well. Um, and everybody kind of took it easy when they needed to, and um, so yeah, this track. I mean, you could run up or down low, up by the wall, on the wall, whatever you want to call it, and um, it was a blast. So there will definitely be more. Um, Maybe more dirt races. We'll see. Eldora will definitely be back for sure next season. Whether it's the, if we continue with the truck series, or if we drop the trucks and go to Xfinity and Cup, or I don't know how we're going to do it yet. But
I enjoyed the truck series. I will fight that until we die.
all right, then they're going back to the trucks then.
Maybe I'll be the only one out there driving, but maybe I can finally capture that championship in the win.
Yeah, but no, yeah, like I said, it was a blast, and then those trucks were filthy afterwards.
Oh, this was a lot of fun. In the first heat, I mean, we see this dive right here by Senzi.
Yeah,
This is going to the flag, I believe. That
yeah,
was that close.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was going to the flag at the end of Heat 1. That's how close it was, and that set the bar for the rest of the race.
mm-hmm. Very much so. Yeah, that was definitely, it was a blast to watch because I was in Heat 2. I think we both were.
Yeah, we both
And
were in Heat 2, and
yeah, that was.
I had some rotten luck there in Heat 2 and practically popped the motor, but I had no intentions of running up front anyway, so
Yeah.
I decided partway through before the whole motor problem that, I'm not going to be able to be up front and I don't want to be in the middle of the hornet's nest to start the race. So I had no problems just riding out in the back on the heat.
All right. Yeah. No, it it was different every single the track. um I don't want to say conditions, but the grip level on the track was
I'd say
different.
track conditions, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was just uh it didn't suit my driving style, I guess, because I like running right up by the wall, and it was just way too slick one way or another to actually make any headway up there for me. And when I finally did start making headway, it was too late. I couldn't catch him. So, but no, it's props to Corey. He put on a clinic, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean he was, he showed it early here in Heat 2 that he knew what he was doing and had the speed, and pretty much the entirety of the main event, he was either, if he wasn't leading, he was right up there in the question.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I'd taken the lead from him early on in this heat, and but again, I mean, just I'm garbage on a new track state, and um, at least in these trucks, normally it's usually the other way around.
Right.
You're faster with a new track state, but for me, I got faster once it started glazing over. But no, it was a great race. For a lot of people, I guess. I didn't, it wasn't a caution fest like I thought it was going to be.
No, we only had, other than the stage, we had one caution, and that was, I believe, before the stage.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no, it was before the stage, because I remember I got tied up in that, messed up my steering a little bit, before the
Mm-hmm.
stage break and got the lucky dog and totally forgot to to get it fixed. The laps
Right.
click, even under caution, the laps here click off so damn fast. I'm like, oh, shoot, we're going back to green. Damn it.
Right. Yeah. I know. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was it was like caution, one trip around, you get your lap back. We're on two to green already.
Yep, exactly. So I totally just missed. I missed where we were at on track versus how many laps there were to go in the caution state, and just didn't put the two and two together, and off we went. So
Yeah.
I spent probably 2/3 of that entire race turning left to go straight down the straightaways, which is not comfortable at all.
Yeah.
Especially when you know you're going to have to turn right in the corners.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I mean, honestly, considering I have very little dirt experience and even less dirt experience in these trucks, I mean, I had a blast. I don't care how messed up my steering was. It was a fun time. So
Hmm.
this definitely gets my vote to be back on the schedule again come next season.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I really thought that I was gonna. I was really disappointed that I didn't win it. We'll put it that way.
Right.
I had put well over 700 laps. I mean, I quit counting after 700. Just in practice. So, and
Here's our one and only caution of the day.
yeah, I caught this in the rear view. It looked like chaos.
Yeah, I caught it in the middle.
Mm.
I was
Yep.
right there.
Holy crap! ARCA breaking from everybody.
Yeah, because
But
when there's not really brakes on these trucks when you're on dirt, especially that new state.
yep, nope.
And once you're high and you brake, you just get higher.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, pretty much everybody in this shot is involved at some point in that caution.
Yeah.
But thankfully, it's a lot of low speed impacts, a lot of you know, do what you can. A couple guys unfortunately get their motors dinged up, but
Hmm.
I mean, other than that, that was our only caution for incident on the day. So
Yeah.
all things considered, that we're not a dirt league by any measure of the standard.
Oh, well.
I'd say we did.
Don't get ahead of yourself there. We're going to be.
Hey, as of the date of this race,
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess we'll go ahead. We can go ahead and talk about that a little bit. So, Ed, it doesn't take much to talk me into things apparently.
I could have told you that.
Ed talked me into. Speak of the devil, he just messaged me. Ed talked me into us starting up a dirt series. So, just about got the details needed down, and before we make an official announcement and everything, but it'll be Monday nights. I'm not sure about a time yet, but it'll be the 358 mods. At least starting out, next season we'll probably go up to the big blocks, but yeah, we're not gonna do every single dirt track. We're gonna kind of keep it a little cheap, or cheaper. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna cycle between here at Eldora, one of the free tracks, either Lanier or I think USA, but I don't think USA is that great. And then Cedar Lake. So between Cedar Lake and the the actual car, those would be the only things people will have to buy if they don't have them already. And like I said, we'll just kind of cycle through, start out at one track, move to the next, the next week, and then to the next one after that, and then we'll start over again. So just to kind of get our feet wet with dirt, and then I don't have to go and find a different league and run in that one because we don't do dirt, kind of thing.
Yep.
Because that's originally what I was going to do was, take a break from asphalt and then, do dirt. But, yeah, so I mean, it sounds like it's going to be pretty popular, at least with the guys that we got currently. So, and it doesn't need to be like some outrageous amount of people, that join. Probably like 10 people, I think, would probably be about the max, honestly. So
Yeah, that'll be good.
yeah, it should be pretty fun. Those cars are pretty fun to whip around. And doing this race, it just got that desire to do it even more. So, but yeah, so it'll be pretty fun, I think. Be a nice change of pace for us. Adding a dirt series in the mix. So, but yeah, it'll be. We got a lot of things to look forward to for sure, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, just looking forward here the next couple of weeks. I mean, we're looking at Pocono and Road America coming up here for both series. So
let me tell you, Road America is not going to be fun.
Hey, I like my road courses, so I'm gonna not let you drag me down tonight.
I like my road courses too, but I did the official race there today.
Is that where they're at this time?
Well,
or last week.
Yeah, for the trucks.
Yep.
They don't even go there in real life.
Correct.
So what they did was they mixed up the two, I think, or they did it on purpose. Probably did it on purpose. I don't know. But basically, the trucks go to Canada or Canadian Tire.
Yep.
And then Xfinity goes to Road America. Well, they flip-flopped it and made the truck go to Road America, and I believe that Xfinity is at Canadian Tire. It's at some Canadian road course. That's all I know.
It's probably Canadian Tire then.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no. There was me and one other person, and we were just sitting there bullshitting. I'm like, hey, I'm just here for my SR, and it's all yours. And I still wrecked and popped my motor.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah. On lap 2.
Straight into a wall?
Nope. Well, yeah, kind of. So what happened was, like I said, we were just kind of, just riding. Both of us were. I mean, there was no need to push it.
Right.
Until even at the last lap, like I was going to let this dude win, and I think he was going to let me win. So,
the mutual understanding of I'm just here to get my points.
Yeah, it was literally just me and one other person. I have never had that happen before.
I have had that happen once, and hear this. I had that happen once, and the only time that happened, it was rookie class in the street stocks at Charlotte.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know how I did that, or who I paid off to do that.
Right.
Because I have never, anywhere, been just alone with one other person on a track in a public lobby.
Yeah. But yeah, no, there's no grip whatsoever, and the I don't want to call it the backstretch. It's the very long straightaway in between the front stretch and the back stretch, the middle stretch. We're gonna call it that.
Yep.
Yeah, going into that corner, I mean, you could back it up as much as you want, and you're still sliding through that damn thing, or you're wheel hopping, or both. And I did both at
Damn.
one point. That was not fun. Yeah. So yeah, that one's gonna be a fun one for us. And of course both series go there. So I would advise everyone to start practicing now. I'm not gonna touch the setup, so
It is what it is.
it is what it is, and have fun. That's definitely gonna be a week where I only do the Xfinity, and I'm gonna ride in the back and just survive.
Yeah, I already knew that was going to be a survival track just because of the tighter corners that are there.
Mhm.
But now you definitely have me more interested in looking at it a little sooner than I was planning to.
I would advise it.
Because the nice thing, at least for me, and I know this doesn't apply to others, but the nice thing for me is I know the track like the back of my hand because I did a lot of GT racing on that track
Mhm.
in various other games. So I know the track pretty well. I've never raced the truck there though.
I was gonna say throw everything that you know out the window, because
No.
I mean, honestly, like that back stretch or that middle stretch, the boards on the side, I mean,
They mean nothing.
they mean nothing at all. And I was running, I think it was like a 56 brake bias. So I mean, I should have been able to make that. I could give iRacing the benefit of the doubt if I was running 65, which is the default. Because they don't obviously stop as much or as soon. But no, I was kicking it sideways, saving the damn thing under braking, and I still blew through it like, 20 feet. I mean, it was bad. So that's definitely, like I said, it's going to be interesting. So that might be a starting park for me, honestly. depending on how bad it feels with the Xfinity cars.
Fair
the truck,
enough.
though, that setup is not the greatest.
Well, I will be there in the trucks because I'm racing that series, so
Yep.
I'll be there
Yeah.
suffering with everybody else.
Right? I'll be watching.
You'll be watching us bitch and moan.
Yep. Pretty much.
So,
You guys are going to make my life easy on that one, because, I mean, unless there's a big pile up, it's going to be the same thing as here, at Eldora. It's, just go on.
yeah, but at least
Go on,
Eldora is entertaining to watch.
Right?
Granted,
Oh,
Road
fun
America is
game.
probably going to be interesting to watch because a lot of people are going to just mess up and careen off
Yeah.
into somewhere.
Exactly. But unfortunately, the Xfinity cars drive first. So everyone who's not running the Xfinity cars and are running the trucks get to watch and see and gather data, and we don't.
This is true. This is very
So-
true.
But no, I mean, so the nice thing though is it's 2 weeks in advance, or well,
Yep, 2 weeks.
yeah, a week and a half, whatever. But
It's not
yeah.
this week.
It's not this week, no. But we are at Pocono this week for both series.
There's worse things. There's better things.
Yeah. Yeah, it it depends on how everybody handles the tunnel turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have died so many times coming out of the tunnel turn. And it not even be my fault. Like, it's other people. Because you feel like you're, oh yeah, This feels good. This feels good. Nope, lost grip into the wall. And then, of course, there's no safer barrier right there. So
No.
that wall, it bounces you back into the inside wall. And then you've got to play, dodge the bullet there. So, and unfortunately, I don't dodge very well there. But yeah, I don't know. Pocono's never really been my strong suit. But we'll see. I should probably at some point practice a little bit, but I'm in the playoffs, so I don't really need to, I guess.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be. I don't think I've ever actually raced the Xfinity cars there. The trucks I have and the Cup cars I have, but I don't know that I've actually raced the Xfinity cars there. So that might be interesting.
Well, I know for a fact I haven't, because I haven't done much in the Xfinity cars at all.
Right.
Trucks, I know I've taken around there before. It's not fun, but it's manageable.
Right.
So.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, I guess.
We'll do what we can do.
Yeah. Well, or do what we can't do and
end up in a pile at the corner. So, well, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's about time for picks. This week we're going to Pocono.
So for the Xfinity cars or BRP series, who you got? Don't pick me. I can tell you that right now.
Well, I wasn't picking you. Sorry, man. You just ain't that good there.
Smart move. Let me tell you.
Honestly, smart move's going to be going with Clark. He seems.
Damn it! He does not pick.
I mean, he runs well just about anywhere we go. He can figure out a track, and really the only thing that seems to trip him up is getting bad luck and ending up in something that he didn't deserve.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be fast there regardless, and I'm sure he's going to be in contention for the win. So he's my pick for the BRP series. And in the trucks, once again, obviously not you, because you're going to be sitting there laughing while the rest of us are suffering.
I might run that one.
All right.
We'll see how the BRP series goes.
Oh, I'm still not picking you, though.
Oh, it's totally fine. I'm just hoping to spoil it, honestly.
Fair enough. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nicholas Berlow. He doesn't have a win yet, but damn it, he better get one here soon, because it seems like he's always in the question.
Right?
I have no idea how he runs at Pocono, but again, he's one of those guys that you can always expect to be up there in the question at the end of the race. Just quietly minding his business, up there in the top 5, usually top 3.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid pick. I mean, he lost the championship lead by not racing last.
I'll say by virtue of not showing up, you can't really. Yeah. I mean, that's his. He's only 2 points back. That's the thing. He's missed a race and he's in second, 2 points back. That is how pretty consistent much this guy is. So that is my pick this week. He is going to get himself a win sooner or later, and I think Pocono's the time that he does it.
Nice. Yeah. All right. So, well, I'm going to have to pick somebody different here for the BRP series. I'm going to go with Corey.
All right. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I'll go with Corey for the BRP series. And since you didn't pick him for the trucks, I'm going to go with Clark.
All right.
Yeah.
Solid picks for both.
Yeah.
Corey being our win leader in the truck series, and or wait, so you're going with Clark. Clark in the truck series, Corey in the BRP series.
Yep.
So Corey doesn't have a win yet in the BRP series, surprisingly.
Nope, not yet. But it might come this week.
Yeah, I could easily see that. He is once again always in the question, in the contention, but just ends up on the wrong side of the luck stick.
Yep, very much so. So yeah, it's oh, we'll see how it goes.
I mean, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be fun either way. I mean, it always is. And we'll get ourselves back on asphalt in the trucks. I'm sure a lot of guys. I'm sure there's a good handful of guys that are looking forward to that. Honestly.
Right.
But
I, however, am not. I want to stay on dirt.
The dirt was fun, but I'm much more satisfied with some asphalt on those trucks.
Yeah.
They're not great off road.
Hey, I could have threw it for a loop and went to one of those, like the rallycross. track.
Oh, seeing these trucks try to jump would be hilarious.
Oh God!
I'm sure the radiators would be smashed out by lap 3.
You don't need those. That's fine. This is fine.
You don't need them for a lap. After that, though, they're kind of important.
Nah. You just gotta survive longer than the guy next to you.
Survival of the fittest is what it is. Or
That's
survival
right.
of the luckiest.
Yep. Pretty much.
Oh, now you got me interested in doing that because remember I accidentally loaded the Porsche 911 RSR onto Eldora.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yep, I do.
Turns out the Porsche is not an ideal rally car or a dirt car.
Shocker.
Who would have thought?
Right?
Oh, but that now it kind of makes me want to go try and put one of these guys on a rally stage and see what happens.
Right.
I'm sure I'll hate it, but whatever.
Yeah. If I had my wheel hooked up right now, I probably would jump in that and try it out.
Yeah, fair enough.
But nah, my rig comes tomorrow. So
Ah,
I'll be
yes,
put
that's right.
back
Because your
together.
previous rig is not manly enough for the new setup.
No, it's not at all. It was horrible. I started noticing it at Monza, of course.
Yep, of course.
And because I do, so the setting in iRacing, the force feedback setting for iRacing with this wheel. Normally on my old wheel, I would run. It was like 22 to 24 or something like that, around that range. And on this wheel, this one's so much more powerful. It's only at 10. And
Well, you
even
don't
that-
want it much higher than that.
No, it's gonna break my desk.
Yeah, I've got one of those L-shaped corner desks. It's a good thing it's an L-shaped corner desk because if it wasn't a corner desk, I'm sure I'd be lifting I'd be looking like them those dirt or those street stocks around the short track. I'd be lifting a corner every time I turn.
Right. I'm just glad that I took it off of my L-shaped corner desk, because my screens definitely would have collapsed after last week. I probably would have broke one of my monitors. But no, it's yeah, I noticed it a little bit, and then here at Eldora, there was at one point I had to get really aggressive with saving the truck, keeping it from going into the wall, or the inside wall rather, I should say. And I legit thought so I'm using the old desk as my mount.
Yep.
And I legit thought it was going to collapse on me. Like I almost flipped it. And Yeah, it was not fun.
Yeah, this
So then
this
after
wheel
that,
has got some kick, and the
oh
crazy thing is this is their entry level base.
yeah, yeah,
Their
pretty
their
much.
their mid tier has about twice the power, and then the direct drives are just 1-to-1.
Yeah,
So good old times with those. But welcome to the
yeah,
Fanatec family. Finally,
right.
it's a
Oh,
night
I mean,
it's a night and day difference, though. It really is.
oh, it 100% is, but yeah, it's just all a matter of, well, one, getting used to it now, and two, making sure I have something sturdy enough on it.
Yeah, that is honestly the bigger struggle is making sure that you got something sturdy enough to handle it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because it will fight back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's I just got to take a minute here and just point out how good these trucks look. Minus all the torn up sheet metal.
Yep,
How good they look with dirt on the front of them.
that they do.
Unfortunately, I am not in this picture because I forgot about it after the race and towed, or well, went to my pit stall and left. But um, yeah, it
Yeah.
Dave got me a screenshot of my front end for me, and it looks about like how
Here,
Dave does right there.
let's go find you here. Back it up a little bit. Here we go.
I'm sure my truck looks pretty damn tore up.
Oh yeah, there you are.
Of course, it's gonna go blurry here. Got a buffer.
There, we'll get it in nice and tight for you.
Yeah, look at that. Them red wheels look pretty good on that though.
Yeah, that the red wheels, good choice.
Yeah.
Good solid choice on that.
Yeah. Yeah, it like I said, it was a blast being on dirt, and I'm definitely looking forward to this new dirt series here pretty soon. But yeah, it's on to Pocono next week. You know,
Yep, on to Pocono, and yeah, I mean that'll be fun. So
yeah. So we got, let's see, kind of map out the next few races here for us. So we got Pocono, Road America, which are both series, and then Nashville for the Xfinity series, which is going to be a fun, hopefully. And then Lucas Oil Raceway for the Truck Series, January 28th. I will be in that one for sure. If I don't run Pocono for the Truck Series this week, then I won't be back until that race.
fair enough.
And then we've got our All-Star race, which we still got to figure out how we gonna do that.
Yeah, we got to work
I
on the
forgot
formatting
about
for
that.
yeah. I saw that coming up and before the holiday break, and I'm like, oh, we'll get to that in January. And well, here we are, almost halfway through January.
Right?
So yeah, about time to get that one hammered out and finished up, so that way we can get that announced perfectly. But that'll be coming.
Oh yeah. And then the trucks, trucks will be off that week.
Yep, trucks will be off, but they are all drivers in that series are welcome to participate in the Open.
Yep.
So that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think it'll be winners, and I don't know. We'll figure out the details.
Yep. Well, yeah,
Winners,
we'll get that hammered out here within the week, and we can get that announced here
Yeah.
sooner rather than later, so everybody knows what we're playing for.
Yep, for sure. But yeah, man. Now I'm looking forward to Martinsville. Just from how this week went, um, how I feel, or well, last week went, and how I feel. The next few weeks are gonna go. I think it's gonna start a trend for us to kind of get back to how we were. Um, with the not so aggressive nature of everyone.
Yeah, just like the fun place to go. Yes, it's competitive, but at the same time, we're not here to chew each other's necks off. It's going to be a lot more of a nice community to come enjoy every week and
yeah, absolutely
shoot the shit, but get down to racing.
100%. Yeah, I'm ready to get to some of these short tracks, man.
Oh yeah, that'll be a blast. I mean, as much as I said I wasn't sure about short tracks last year, that's where my best average finishes are.
Right.
So, I mean, either I got lucky a few times, or I know something that I don't personally feel like I know.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, the Nashville Lucas Oil Raceway is going to be the start of it.
Yep.
Oh God, I can't believe I left Dover on here.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta have a little bit of a challenge mixed in every now and again.
You messed up by saying little bit. It's supposed to be a lot of bit of a challenge. That one's a nightmare on restarts.
Yeah.
Your tires.
Yeah, I know.
And of course, I didn't stick it with you guys. I stuck it with us.
Yep.
The higher horsepower.
Yep, more horsepower, same tires. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, no, Twin Ring is going to be interesting. But yeah, that one I haven't really touched since the day that we decided that and Monza were going to be on the schedule.
Yeah, what were we drinking? Because I need more of that.
Well, okay, so I don't remember exactly how it was, but once I figured out a base setup to use, I thought it was kind of fun to handling wise. I don't remember. I could have been drinking too. Honestly, I don't know. That was a long time ago. So
yeah.
North Wilkesboro, that'll be interesting. Sucks for you guys. You guys go back to Gateway. That one, not that fun of a track anymore. I don't know if it's just I think it's just the tire model with it. But it used to be a blast. You guys get Iowa though, so that one is fun. Yeah, God, what is it? 11 or 12 races before the damn playoffs? Holy crap!
Yeah, we got a ways to go yet.
Yeah, we got ways to go, but I mean, shoot, it's
we're rolling through it.
April 7th is the first race of the playoffs. So, but yeah, I think that'll do it for us.
Yeah, I think so.
So, hope everybody had a good Christmas break. We are back racing, and we aren't taking a break until the end of the season. So,
buckle up.
Buckle up.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're in the trucks and want to be lame and miss out on the All-Star race, but
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that sorted out here this week, so that way everybody knows what we're going for, and yeah, good times ahead.
Hopefully, we'll see. Right?
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, pretty much. There's still a lot of unknowns coming up here.
Oh yeah, but that's where the fun is,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
guess that take it easy and it's been the
we'll see.
ASMR podcast.
See y'all next week.